What's good, everybody? We're back to Paying That Heals, day 11, or more like it should be day 27. Took a little hiatus there. Had a lot of things going on in life that I'm extremely grateful for that have happened. But it's also this time period has allowed me to gather more information from individuals that have reached out to me, and we've had open dialogue and talking about just different concepts and things of that nature. And that kind of brings me to what I'd like to talk about today, which is positive thinking. And can somebody be overly positive? And can that create a toxic situation for them? Right? And so this is the topic I'd like to talk about today because I was talking with a friend of mine, and shout out Stephanie. We got onto this conversation, and it was really neat how the conversation came up because we were talking about self-pity as well, and how individuals that have self-pity, like feeling sorry for themselves or playing this victim card, sometimes those particular individuals, they're not facing reality, right? And a lot of those individuals are overly positive because they're trying to reverse the thoughts and the feelings that they have, right? And how this can become something called toxic personality, which I ended up looking up, and this is an actual thing. Being overly positive can be just as detrimental as having negative thinking, right? Because you're separating yourself from reality. You're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable to your emotions, to your feelings of whether it's fear, anxiety, things of that nature, right? Life is about embracing everything. Life is about a journey. It's about a process. And excuse me. And our main goal should always be to just get 0.001% better every day, right? And being able to be aware of your emotions and of fear, anxiety, all these human emotions that we go through on a daily basis, right? And it's not about trying to hide them into a closet somewhere and not think about them and just always have these positive thoughts, but better yet, embracing these things, right? Internalizing them and processing everything. It's okay to be upset. It's okay, and understanding that it's okay to be upset. It's okay to have fear. It's okay to have all of these emotions, sadness that we have in our life, because these are all experiences. These are all experiences, right? And having these experiences is what makes you grow based on your perspective of what they are. Right? Like if something bad happens to you, it's not, oh, I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to continue to think good thoughts and good things will happen to me. No, right? Understanding, why is this making me upset? Why did I allow this thing to make me upset? Or why did I allow this thing to give me self-doubt or fear? Or why is this thing making me an anxious individual? Embrace it. Internalize it. So that way you better understand your own thoughts and emotions. Right? That way you can understand how to process it. And that way when those things come up again and other experiences happen, you know how to handle it. Right? It's the same thing when we talked about when somebody cuts you off on the road and, initially your first response is to be like, yelling, maybe give them a bird, something like that, curse them out. But then understanding, why am I allowing this particular thing to affect my emotions? When really my reaction to that is a reflection of me, right? Because we don't want to be reactive to things. But you got to understand your thoughts. You got to understand your feelings in order to internalize them and in order to grow, right? Now, it's good to be positive. It's good to have positive thinking, right? Because our thoughts create our world for us. But the last thing you want to do is to try to hide and fake the funk. Don't be fake. Don't be a fake individual. Just understand that all of these things that are happening to you is life experience that is there to help you grow, right? Because again, overly positive thinking is a thing, right? And it's just not reality, We can be positive individuals, but when bad things happen to us, you have to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Feel those emotions, internalize them, understand them, so that way it makes you a better person. Right? Hey, that's all I wanted to come with you today. I'm glad to be back in the mix. I'm glad to be talking to you guys, right? And again, the reason why all of this content is provided and I'm able to do this, something that I'm passionate about, which is speaking to people, and one day eventually speaking to large groups, and then one day, who knows where it'll take us. I'm just going to enjoy the journey and the process. But that's the reason why this dialogue has been created. To allow yourself to be vulnerable, to internalize these things, to create dialogue with friends and family, and with people that you don't know. And that's what's happened. So over the last 15 days, I've been getting a lot of content. I've been having a lot of great, deep thought conversations with people and learning about people. And man, God's blessings. This is what it's done. This is what it's done for me. And this is what it's doing for a lot of people. Remember, we're reaching 1 million people. And we're well on our way. I don't care if it takes 1 million days, 2 million days, 3 million days, or whatever. We're reaching 1 million people. And we're going to let people know that, hey, there's a lot of people out here fighting that same fight, that is on that same journey that you're on. And as long as this serves its purpose of creating that open dialogue, allowing people to understand that everybody's going through certain things, social media shows all the good things and everything like that. But understand that every single person in life is going through something, and we all need one another, right? We all need one another to grow spiritually, emotionally, right? Physically. And that's what I want to provide for people. And I want people to provide that same thing for me and for others as well, right? One big team. We're all one big team. Nobody is separated by skin color. Nobody is separated by religion. Nobody is separated by their thoughts and their feelings, right? Because we're all looking for the same thing. Purpose, right? Experiences, right? Creating that village of individuals fighting for the same cause. And that is the growth in every aspect of our lives. I love you guys. Thank you. God's blessings. Press like. Leave me comments. Hit me up on the cell, email, text. Let's talk. Let's create content. You come up with the information. You come up with questions. I'll talk about it. And then we can dialogue on it continuously. Love you guys. Peace.